What's good, Internet? My name is attackslug, and welcome back to Let's Mess with WWE 2K16 Universe Mode, as we are on that countdown to 2K17, not quite out yet. Welcome to a fine Sunday. We're gonna skip this match 1 here. We're gonna simulate and head into Paige versus Steph again, as that's usually how the rivalries in this game work. We will see whether or not it works the same way in Universe Mode in next year's game, or this year's game, or the next game. But anyway, we are here on a fine Sunday, and there is just, the tiniest bit of wrestling news to discuss, so perhaps it's going to be a one-match show. I don't know. We'll see how long the match goes. We will see how long the match goes. I'm going to play this time as Steph, just, to get a little bit of variety in here, and we will see how it plays as the boss, or, the boss's daughter, more or less. Anyway, yeah. Not a whole lot going on in terms of news-tacular news. Certainly tonight, Sunday night, is Bound for Glory. The TNA, that's their version of WrestleMania, I think. Or is that Slammiversary? I can never get that straight. Anyway, Bound for Glory is one of their big ones. And as I've been discussing all week here, is that they had, a bit of a financing issue, and we don't know yet who came in at the last minute to offer financing for Bound for Glory. And apparently, both Bound for Glory and the next set of TV tapings, which is going to be, I guess, this week, supposedly. But here's the thing. Today, there will be an internal meeting in Orlando, which, you would imagine the management and the top talent and, whatever else. And that meeting, I don't know if we're going to hear any leaks, over the course of the day. I'm doing this video at about, 10:30 in the morning, so I had not heard anything outside of there's going to be a meeting. And you would imagine, considering that most of the talent, to my understanding, has been kept in the dark in terms of who was the one that had that last-minute bit of funding to make the show even happen in the first place. In the first damn place. So, neckbreaker. So, be very, very curious to find out just what's going to happen tonight. Really, Steph does the crotch chop. That's really good. That's really good. That's really funny. Monkey flip. Let's do it again. Sick it. That's really good. Anyway, yeah, so I think certainly it is possible that Bound for Glory is going to get some extra boost of ratings or buys or whatever you want to get extra, because everyone kind of wants to know what the fate of TNA is going to be. Because certainly they're number 2. I mean, they're a very small number 2, but they're still number 2. So there could certainly be some interesting ramifications if their buyer happens to be WWE. Now, if I had to wager a guess as to how that could or should happen, it's not really my ballpark, because I think that the TNA, or the WCW invasion angle was fucking terrible. But it was terrible because they didn't have any of the top guys. They were all on those guaranteed contracts. Hogan, Nash, Hall, etc. Goldberg. And so they didn't come in until much, much later, and it just wasn't the same. It wasn't the same. It wasn't like, yeah, we got Shawn Stasiak. Like, what? That's not going to help you. We got Billy Kidman. Like, yeah, he's talented, but that's not going to help you for a real invasion angle. So, the thing with TNA is they're nowhere near the size that WCW was, even with that disastrous last year of WCW. They're nowhere near the size to the Spine Buster. They're nowhere near the size to even make that kind of an impact. So, that being said, a possible TNA invasion angle, pedigree, doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Because really, kind of, who cares? Like, if they're buying it for the fucking tape library. But, if I had to offer a suggestion as to what you could do to be, in terms of the most wrestling, like, I think it's too easy to say, yeah, have Vince walk out, have Triple H walk out, etc., etc. That's kind of too easy. That's kind of too on the nose. And so, you know, that's a thing. Certainly, I could see it happening. But I think a better kick in the pants. If you really wanted to cap off TNA with just a kick in the pants from them being bought by WWE, what better? What better than if you had AJ Styles walk out as the WWE Champion at Bound for Glory? Imagine that picture. Imagine that. Imagine, and not even with his current theme. Have him come out and get ready to fly. Like that theme song plays and he walks out as the world champion and proclaims himself as the face who runs two places. The reactions on the internet would be amazing. But, you know, again, we don't know who this mysterious benefactor is and whatever else. So it might just be, you know, some rich idiot who has money and wants to make it happen and loves TNA, which, you know, I guess that's possible. I don't know. Anyway, that's your daily discussion on TNA. There was a botched power slam on Hideo Itami at a house show last night that looked real vicious, and I'm like, come on, he just came back from a very long injury. Don't injure him anymore fighting guys who don't know how to do power slams. Like, what are you even doing? Bulldog. Bulldog. Ball game, Michael. So yeah, that's real unfortunate. Anyway, let's attempt to put away Paige. Is not happening. It's not happening. Don't know why. She's got a finisher, so I should be very careful here. Or she has a signature, so let us give her the treatment again where we do the spine buster and the smug look on her face, and then hit another pedigree, put it away for the day, and then, you know, is what it is what it is, boom. And then we do a little taunt here, which is real funny, and then we do a little pin here, which is real funny. 1, 2, 3, and here we have a cutscene. Nope, not leaving just yet. Insult to injury. By God. Get security out here. Continue to attack Paige after the match. 3 more weeks. We're not going to make it 3 more in-game weeks. 2K17 is out way before then, but what do we have here? We have The Rock versus Kalisto. There's also Cena versus Slater again. Oh no, Andre the Giant attacks before the match. That's a damn shame. A damn shame that he just throws him to The Rock, as if The Rock would have a hard time beating Kalisto. Seriously. Just goes for the pin. Just immediately goes for the pin. Are the fans chanting, "You still got it"? Is that what I'm hearing here? I can't actually tell. Signature. Speaking of spine busters, charge finisher. And then just immediately fucking rock bottom is his... yeah. That's real funny. Rock bottom. Boom. And then pin him. And then how does that not win the match? Oh, how does that not win the match is my question. Anyway, we have some questions here from Mike. Wants to know my least favorite WWE game. I would say any... Well... he says WWE and not, you know, I'm going to assume he means all wrestling games from a company owned by Vince McMahon. So that includes WWF games. And certainly all those Acclaim joints on the N64, Warzone and whatnot. Terrible. Terrible games. Not fun to play. Samoan Drop. Not things I enjoyed playing at the time. And at the time, like, that's what you can, you know, you played what you had, you know, so I've certainly been guilty of playing a number of bad wrestling games in my time, but, you know, you do what you gotta do. And The Rock just manhandling Kalisto here. Just manhandling Kalisto. But how does he do it? Rock's getting mad about it. I mean, he's like, come on, I beat Eric Rowan in, like, 6 seconds. That was a match that happened, if you recall. I'm pretty sure that was a match that happened. It was like rock bottom pinfall. That was like a Mania thing too, wasn't it? I'm not sure if that was actually an official match. I just recall the rock bottom to Eric Rowan. That's all I remember. Anyway, Reese, I think that's how you pronounce that, wants to know if I would ever consider being a wrestling booker. That sounds like work. That sounds like real actual work. But also, that's like, they don't have what you would consider to be the traditional booker anymore. It's usually a writing team. And I think the idea of being on a writing team is just not fun. Not fun. Like, it's much easier in hindsight to kind of say, okay, well, this is how you should have done it, or, you know, these are ideas that you could do with the base that you've created. The problem in wrestling is creating that base of, okay, well, here's a roll-up. You know, having that initial idea and then kind of, you know, spawning ideas from that is, when you get that original idea, is where the problem is in wrestling. Whereas, you know, saying, when you already have an established match and an established feud, having ideas from where to take it from there is perhaps a bit easier, at least for me anyway. But I can't believe it's going to take 2 rock bottoms to take out Kalisto. That is insane to me. Insane to me. But that's how it is. 1, 2, and a 3. Thanks, Andre. Anyhow, that's going to wrap it up for today in the 2K16 Let's Mess With. As always, I'm attackslug. Leave more questions if you want. And we're going to keep on trucking until 2K17 comes out on October the 11th. Rock looks pretty mad about it. And tomorrow I shall attempt to overcome the odds with Heath Slater against John Cena once again. But until then, and until next time, and as always, I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching. More videos every day. See you next time, right here on this channel. And I'm out.